Democratic Socialists of America provide cover for UAW and Democrats as they move to shut down University of California strike. And I don't know if you heard, they have come up with a tentative agreement, I believe, but this story still stands because this is brand new. So let's read some of it. So the title of this one, I'll go, and this is for the editor. DSA sells out workers again. All right, so DSA sells out workers. And let me read, Nick, and I'm curious to get your opinion on this. This one's by Hung Juan. I believe that's how you say, or Hung Yuan. Maybe that's how you say it. And I know you can hear it even though you're not seated. Yeah, but see if you can get your opinion on it. So let's read, and I'm going to scroll down to the DSA part where we get into it. So under these conditions, the DSA, or Democratic Socialists of America, is working overtime to cover up the role of the UAW bureaucracy, Governor Gavin Newsom, and the Democratic Party. Last week, UAW officials organized the occupation of the UC office of president in Sacramento. This followed a larger demonstration in the state capitol by UAW and DSA to quote, demand Cal officials pressure the office of U.S. UC president's office to bargain fairly, end quote. As part of the protests, the DSA issued a petition and letter writing campaign to demand that Democratic Governor Gavin Newsom intervene and let the board of reagents know that he will not tolerate unfair labor practices in our state. Now, the petition, which was promoted by various chapters of the DSA's youth movement, was farcical at best. Newsom is a pro-corporate politician whose family's ties to California elite, including the heirs of the Getty Oil, Prinsky's Hotel, and Fisher Fashion fortunes, go back generations. Newsom's hospitality to the working class has been demonstrated again and again, including his sanctioning of the police assault on U.S. Graduate students working during the 2020 Wildcat strike. That was done by Governor Newsom. A lot of people didn't know that, Nick. The petition is an attempt to portray. Now, this is the psyop. This is covering up the role, right? So this is the part. The petition is an attempt to portray Newsom as some sort of neutral arbiter, open to pressuring the pro-corporate board of trustees, which has been spearheading the attack on U.S. academic workers. The DSA statements are dishonest as they omit the central fact Newsom is himself a UC reagent officer, Nick. So they're trying, he's one of the officers. He's actually on the board that's inflicting these things, but they're trying to act like giving cover to him, basically. Oh my God. So along with his lieutenant governor and state superintendent of instruction. So the second in command, the lieutenant governor, is also one of the agents, one of the officers. I keep saying agents. I should say reagent officers on this board that's inflicting all of these things on the UC protesters. So on top of that, Newsom and his Democratic predecessor, Jerry Brown, appointed 15 of the 17 reagents on the floor. This is clown shit that the DSA is pretending. Shit. Clownery right here, Nick. Oh my God! I didn't even see this story, so you bringing it down for me for the first time. Man, that's literally all DSA is now, isn't it? I didn't even see the story until now. Like, yeah, DSA, that's literally all they do. Just a cover. They take advantage of people without revolutionary discipline, and they like once again, this is what makes it so nefarious. Like people with Ryan Graham and DSA doing, they are taking people who mean well, but they're just not as disciplined, not as educated as us. Being ignorant is not a crime. You're not a class traitor if you're ignorant, right? That's my take. Like if you say some class traitor shit, but because you ignorant, I'll grant you grace or whatever, right? Like if you think that sending
breaking the strike of the rail workers. If you thought that was a good idea because you misled, I'm gonna show you grace. Like, I'm not gonna go after you. But the people who know better, like
Right.
the DSAs, the Ryan Grahams, those people are so evil, manipulative because they're taking these people who mean well and misleading them. That is so fucked up, and that's what they're doing right now. Man, I didn't see that.
That is a great point. Let me just read this last part, and we're going to end this segment and get to your short I like these little short segments, but Newsom will not be moved to support the UC strikers through a petition since he is leading the attack on the UC workers. And that's another thing. It gives the illusion that there's a difference in power, a balance of power. Oh, that's a board. What do you mean? I appointed 15 of the 17 people, and I'm on it myself. It is so bizarre, Nick. It's corruption right in front of our faces. But this last paragraph here, there is no doubt that the UAW bureaucracy has been in constant contact with the governor and other leading state Democrats to contain and defeat the strike. Newsom has made it clear, and the UAW bureaucrats have agreed that no deal will be allowed that challenges the austerity limits set by the corporate-controlled Democrats. The Democrats and the labor bureaucracy fear that a vicious struggle by UC students would encourage and inspire far broader sections of workers, including Los Angeles teachers, West Coast dockers, and railroad workers to strike for inflation busting, wage increasing, and other gains.